Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Super Mario RPG Retranslated. Before we continue our plunder of the sunken ship, I would just like to point out that you can, in fact, jump on this pipe. Seems like it would be the prime location for a hidden chest, but there is none up here. And also, if you position yourself like so, behind this barrel, looks kind of weird, doesn't it? I always love pointing out weird errors like that. So picking up where we left off after serving King Calamari for dinner, you can come and go from this room as you please. And we have some interesting rooms coming up. There are a lot of hidden treasures in this pirate ship, very appropriate. And in this room, you have pirates, because they're pirates. Well, they're on a pirate ship and they are rats. They're firing bullet bills. Weirdly, you can actually knock out the bullet bills and that will stop the cannon from firing. So knocking out the bullet bill like that will stop the cannon, but actually taking out the enemy on the cannon does nothing. Very strange. Not that it's difficult to get through here. I mean, I did fall. That's because I wasn't expecting the ceiling to be low. The ceiling here is actually lower than the other area. That's really neat. So in this room, we have a bunch of rats going up and down a staircase for no reason. And underneath this overhang is a dry bones enemy, so let's avoid that. Let's instead jump up here and plunder the booty. Lots of coins. I've got like 500 coins now. I don't know why I need even more. And in this room, there is a secret. You can hit that invisible block to make a chest appear, and then you have to jump on your double, who does not jump if you are moving. So that's how you, well, you have to get him into position too. This is actually more awkward than it looks. Does he just not run? He's moving in a very weird direction. There we go. A Coca-Cola. Very nice. And if you talk to your double, by the way, it turns out that it's a Reaper enemy, so don't do that. And you can also jump behind this dry bones to find another hidden room. You can recognize this one by noticing the top of the doorway, and you get a frog coin. That's how you make that jump without encountering the enemy. Now, in this room, don't get that chest unless you're ready for a fight, because that chest is another trap. There are a couple of chest trap enemies, and they give you some neat items if you beat them, so if you're prepared, go for it. I'm not going to do it. I like to get to the later parts of the game without the necessary items and experience because I'm either very brave or very stupid. Probably the latter. Anyways, this is the last underwater section of the game, and I just ran into that enemy somehow. These are some weird hitboxes. These enemies are called Weep Weeps, but I'm pretty sure they are a classic Mario enemy that had already been called Cheep Cheeps. So I don't know. But let's keep going. There are frog coins under the water in that room. In this room, the hitbox for the room exit is actually very big. You should be able to jump over these guys if you want to avoid fights. The enemies down here should be weak to thunder, so if you've got Thunderclap by now, go for it. Behind these barrels is another hidden doorway, and there's no water in this room for no reason whatsoever. Why is there water outside but not in here? Anyways, you can find the safety ring, which will save you from instant KO moves, which are going to be coming in the later parts of the game, so equipping it to my most defensive character probably makes sense. I'll let Gino take the Fearless pin. Now then, I need to think about my party composition, because coming up we have a very interesting boss. I think there's a couple more rooms before we get to the actual boss. So, oh, I didn't mean to do that. The hitbox on it is so big, you get anywhere near it and you're just sucked in. I guess that's accurate to how whirlpools work, but then why is there a whirlpool? So there's a frog coin there if you get into the corner of that room. Very easy to ignore it because how would you know it's there unless you like actually went over there? So now we have shark pirates. And they're not just going to hand it over. They're not letting us through. In fact, they're going to run us through. That's pirate lingo. I contemplated doing the entire video in pirate talk, but that would make my throat hurt very badly. So, you think I'm afraid of you guys? Well, it's actually you that is going to be afraid very shortly. Seriously, this move is criminally underused. I know status effects don't seem all that necessary in a game that's not really that difficult, but I really think people should try out the options that they're given in RPGs like this. Because it's more fun that way. Anyways, with fear status, you can knock them out in one hit, and these guys frequently give you once again flowers, which, as you know, give you another turn, and if you KO another enemy on that turn, you get to go again. This is the most quick and efficient way to take these guys out, although, oh yeah, you have to get the timing exactly right too. That guy's almost standing on a barrel. Go figure. And they drop regular mushrooms, not super shrooms, not ultra shrooms, regular old mushrooms. I guess they've been growing some of them down here. I mean, there's one in that chest, too. I don't need to switch anyone out yet. They just run over Mario. You could probably poke him to death now. But then again, he would probably just chug a one-up mushroom. And look at this. They attack Mario with a barrel. How dare you dodge the barrel? He's Mario. Do you know how long he's been dodging barrels? Like 50 years now? They've probably never seen Mario in their lives. Oh, look, another group of them. Might as well do the same thing again. We got them all. You can't run from these guys, can you? They're technically not bosses. I think the skewer move ignores your defense, but I'm really not sure. You can run? What happens if you run? Well, I don't want to find out. Here we go again. Oh, I didn't get it this time. Well, okay. I don't really know what controls that. Guess I'll just have to get rid of the rest of them normally. So I must be seriously underleveled for this point in the game, because on a test recording... Oh, that is a lot of damage. The Fickle Hammer is probably exactly what it sounds like. Anyways, I was having a bit of trouble with this section, so... Yeah, another regular mushroom is going to be a real big help game. So coming up is the boss known as Johnny Jonathan Jones in the localization. I think he's just Jonathan here. I'm going to bring in Gino. Because Gino has... maybe I should have Peach as well. Nah, Bowser's got to stay for Fusion's... Fear status, excuse me. So I'm going to be using the Gino Wave in this fight for a reason which will become evident. Because this boss is a little bit famous for having a certain gimmick that actually stopped me from continuing past this point in the game way, way back when I was younger. It was very difficult. For a kid anyways. So Gino Wave. This will give you an attack boost, and if you press the button with the correct timing, you get a defense boost as well. You can cast one of those per character, so maybe I'll put one on Bowser as well. Probably Gino should get one too. I don't think Fear is guaranteed on these guys, but I'll try it anyways. It got them all. It got Johnny too. I did not know it could get Johnny. Nice. So you can avoid this boss's gimmick completely by just taking out Jonathan himself and ignoring the little guys. But that's for children. Here on the Frame 225 channel, we fight like men. Or bunnies. Or something. Yeah, sure, I'll give Bowser a Geno Web as well. Oh yeah, interesting fact about Johnny. He is another character that I don't think was able to express himself in 2D. Because in 3D, it's easier to see that he's actually not a shark. He's wearing a shark as a suit, and that is so metal. Like, in the remake, you can see very clearly that he's got two little yellow eyes. Almost like he's a Heartless from Kingdom Hearts. So I'm pretty sure... Oh, I got the timing on that move right. I can actually do that now. Cool. I should probably be using those mushrooms to heal Mario, though. Oh, so much damage. Fear is such a great move. Lightsaber. So I'm going to give Mario the regular mushrooms. At such low health, it's enough for 30 HP to get him back in the game. So maybe this strategy of not leveling up might work out. I need to practice the timing on that move in particular. Yeah, let's just do regular damage. Iron Skin, which I think was changed to Get Tough in the localization. So now he's got some extra defense. That might have canceled his fear status, but you really can't tell. But one thing's for sure, the Geno boost is probably still active. So after doing enough damage, he challenges Mario to a one-on-one. And he actually accepts. So this is why it's difficult. Now it's just Mario alone. You've probably been relying on the other characters. Of course, you can carry a Geno boost into this part of the battle. Also, it might look like your other characters are fighting the pirates. They're actually cheering you on. This is more clear in the remake, again. So this is very difficult. If you've been relying on revive drinks up to this point for healing, you're in trouble now. I hope you brought regular healing items and a bunch of other stuff into this battle. So I don't think jumping is the... I will try one jump just to see how much it does. Oh yeah. Let's just stick to the regular attacks. And the Fickle Hammer will probably be, well, very fickle. Okay. I do not know the timing on that move. So, give me a Super Shroom. If I drop below, like, 50 health, then I'm definitely taking a Super Shroom. Oh, that was lucky. Because he hasn't shown it yet, but he actually has... Oh. You know, the test recording was so much more exciting. I had to use an Ice Bomb, and there goes the content. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need more HP. Okay, so if that was disappointing... Oh yeah, it said Toadstool learns Go to Sleep. So it looks like the patch creator made a little mistake and forgot to change it to Peach there, but no problem. She learned a sleep-inducing move. I'm not sure where that's useful, but I'll be sure to find one, I think. I have a knack for finding out when things are useful. So this star isn't the same color of blue as the first star. I thought it was, but it actually isn't. It's a nice color of blue, though. 5 stars, only 2 more to go. And I suppose the only thing to do now is to head back to town and check in with the Elder to see if he knows anything further. But before that, it's probably a good idea to stock up on supplies. You know, something could happen. You never know. Also, in the remake, you can jump on Johnny's head and he reacts to it, but not here. Oh, okay. So he does react to it, but only in the very... I guess you have to stay on top of him for a little bit. Thankfully, there's a quick exit to the surface. I don't see why they don't escape the pirate ship. And in fact, if they're sharks, Shouldn't they just, like, swim in the water? I don't know. Where do I go for supplies? Probably Ducati. Because for some reason, some shops sell revived drinks and others do not. Oh, and while we're here, this guy shows up. So he's actually selling some of the treasures he found. The Lucky Jewel. Have we seen the Lucky minigame yet? I guess if not, you can always, try that out in battle. Alright, I'm all stocked up on goods. Let's head back to town. The Elder is there at the entrance to greet us, but something's not right. Well, something hasn't been right for a while now. It turns out that he is actually Spirovic. Now, that's the name that they went with in the remake, but in the original localization, they called him Yuridovic, which is Russian language, I think. So I think they thought Spirovic was more accurate, but Yuridovic seems to flow off the tongue better, so I kind of like it better. But regardless, he is now threatening to torture the original inhabitants of the town if we do not hand over the star. If you refuse to hand it over, then your reward for beating him gets reduced further and further, so just hand it over. There's no way to get out of this scene without giving it to him anyways. Don't worry, we'll get it back, assuming we win the fight against him. This guy is, you know, if you got past Johnny without leveling up anymore, this guy will probably force you to level up some. The save point still works, so I'm going to use it. Wouldn't want to game over and have forgotten to save, now would ya? That definitely didn't happen to me, no sir. And I definitely didn't accidentally buy a useless item at this shop, because they don't make you go through menus in order to purchase things. They just instantly open up this screen. Ooh, the EXP charm. We can actually buy that. Sure. Let's get it. I'm behind on EXP, so it might be useful, although equipping it is going to tank my stats. You can see that I've switched to defensive equipment instead of all those dirty pants and whatever. Well, I'll give it to Bowser. First time ever actually purchasing that item, come to think of it. Alright. You next need to head out to the Cape, where they are waiting for their ride, but apparently the Axe Force is taking a while to get here. The Axe Force in the original localization was simply called the Blade, as in an axe blade. Probably spoiling what the guy looks like, but we'll see that eventually too. They're just about to escape by swimming, but Jonathan shows up to pin them. What make you walk the plank? But they let us handle the boss battle, which is gonna be a tough one. So notice that they all fuse together to form the boss. This is actually a move that they were originally going to have, like in an older, I guess you could say an older build, but that was eventually cut, and Spirovic's gimmick is instead just splitting into two, instead of splitting into four. Like, I'll talk more about that later in the game. But, for now, he should probably be weak against Thunder, but I'll wait until Geno gives Peach a boost. Yeah, you guys remember that I gave Peach one of Mallow's attacks. This is where it's really going to come in handy for you. I can't believe I missed the timing on Geno Wave. That's bad. Yeah, that's a nasty looking move. Almost took out my entire party. But as long as Peach gets another turn, I'll be fine. So I have Group Hug. So if he can't kill us with that move, he's not going to be able to kill us at all. That's better. That's how it's done. It can be especially annoying if he uses Steam Blast 2 times in a row. Flamestone isn't that bad. I really wish you could get equipment that will allow you to block particular elements, but oh my goodness, the Fickle Hammer showing us why it's called that. Should I heal? Nah. I want to see if this does anything. Oh yeah, that's nice. Geno Wave. If you've never used this before, please use it. Oh, this is, how much does this do? Okay, cool. You know, the unfortunate thing about giving Peach one of Mallow's attacks is, you know, sometimes I have to take a turn with Peach to heal. By the way, you lose the Geno Wave boost if you get KO'd. But I don't think that's going to be a problem now. I might have overstocked on, revive drinks. Okay, the Mirage attack. Now, this is very important. The Mirage attack is actually a really, really bad bluff because, you know, you'd probably have to do something to figure out which one of them is real. Like, maybe you would use Mallow's Mind Reader move to find out which one is real. But it turns out that the cursor, when you select a target, it's always on the correct one by default anyways. So don't even bother. Also, you can jump on this guy even though he's got a spike on his head. That probably weirded out later Mario RPG players. Let him have it! I'll let Geno take over the healing duties for a little while. I've still got Coca-Colas. No, wait, I've still got Tadpoles. That's what I need to use. The Coca-Cola would be a bit wasted on this particular turn. Oh yeah, that move with the little white ball is really weird. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That is better. Please keep doing that. Ouchies, don't you just love stuff like this? Definitely not playing the way Nintendo intended. That's almost a pun. Nintendo intended. Alright, I need some more flower points. Good thing I got maple syrups. I can't believe I came this far without buying maple syrups. I'd just been using honey syrups for so long and they kept giving me freebies. Okay, they haven't merged back into one. Okay. Right on cue. I don't know if he's weak to any status effects, but I think at this point I don't really need any. Yeah, I'm actually almost ashamed that I did that trick with Peach and Thunderclap because it kind of makes Mallow useless now because Peach does all the healing and all of the magic attacking. She just stole Mallow's thunder. That was completely unintentional. Stole Mallow's thunder, it's brilliant! Okay, is this fight gonna end soon? Cause, you know, I feel like I'm gonna pass out from pun-induced trauma. Maybe just a couple more turns and that'll be it for him. Sure, I'm doing a lot of damage. Oh, if he attacks Mario again, I'll have to... Nope, it's Geno. Might use another Tadpole at this point. Oh, never mind, he's gone. And we get the star back, we get the money, and we hopefully get an item drop. No, we're gonna get some levels, though. Oh, you got Thunderclap! Hooray! I've got some bad news for you, Mallow. Bad news for you indeed. In fact, he lost one of his levels entirely because of the glitch earlier. Right, more magic for Bowser. And the good music comes back. Well, we never heard it before, but... Another great town theme, courtesy of Yoko Shimomura. Oh, and they left their key behind. How very courteous of them. I love this note here, by the way. This is the only note in the game with a knife stuck in it because it's from Johnny. Jonathan Jones. Full name, Jonathan Johnny Jones, in the localization, but, you know, it's still, you know, it's kind of a potato-potato moment. Oh, a mole lives here. Go figure. Also, this building looks completely different in the remake, because they really made it look like a wrecked, abandoned shed with a bunch of dirt and dust everywhere. It's the little things like that. They don't have to do something like that, but really adds to the atmosphere. A flower gift. 5 more flower points. Oh, by the way, I did use a couple of the flower items I had in my inventory to make some room for other items. So I have 50 flower points now, but you saw that already. So where to next, Elder? At the far side of Country Road is a town made up of reformed monsters. A mouse came by the other day, and I overheard him boasting about a star of theirs. Alrighty then. Also, one of the shops here has a sniffet in it. I think it's not this one. It's probably the one all the way over here. So, like, he wasn't in the building at all. Anyways, you can talk to him if you want to replay the Booster Hill minigame. Is that what it was called? Booster Hill? Something like that. And you collect beetles instead of flowers, and you can get rewards for it. Let's check out the shops, because I'm pretty sure they might have some kind of... Oh, wow. Thank you for saving us. Now, let me criticize your clothing. This is nothing we haven't seen already, but you can buy Zoom shoes if you want speed boosts. In fact, that might be a good idea, because Zoom shoes and the safety pin have the same, power-up to them. I'm sorry, did you just say the blue collar look is outdated? How dare you insult the glory of the blue collar? Blue collar meaning workers. Ah yes, this shop. What you can do here is you can take mushrooms from the forest and bring them to him and get random prizes. Some of the prizes can turn out to be rock candies, which inflict 200 damage to all enemies. Very overpowered. Treat your body right. Eat nothing but mushrooms all day. Don't. Alright, the weapon and armor shop is interesting because they sell everything that you could have found throughout the game, including some new stuff. So I want to get... Oh, this hammer here is actually different from the regular hammer you found at the start of the game. KOing an enemy with it will have the same effect as the Lucky Jewel. So that's also something of interest. So this looks a little bit expensive, so... it'll come in handy, whatever you say. I think I will get the Parashell and probably ignore Peach's Parasol because she's more likely to attack with magic rather than physical attacks. The Parashell is as powerful as the Fickle Hammer, but I'm sick of dealing with the Fickle Hammer's fickleness. I guess you could put it that way. Let's load up everybody with Zoom shoes so they go a little bit faster. It might be time to switch Bowser back into the main party. So, I'm going to save, and this upcoming section, it has a tendency to drag on. It's going to be a while before we find the next star, basically. So, I'm going to go as far as maybe the next save point, and we'll see what happens from there. Country Road. Almost Heaven, West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountain, and I don't remember the rest of the lyrics. But the localization calls this area Land's End, which is a complete lie because there's a volcano right there. Country roads, take me home. Oh, I said I would play to the next save point, but there's one right here. What a weird place to put it. So eat your heart out, Super Mario 64. This game had Mario blasting himself out of cannons first. There's probably like a bunch of hidden treasure chests that I'm just not seeing. Like, there's probably one right here if I get the timing exactly right. I don't really know how it works, to be honest, so I'm just gonna keep moving. Let's try and avoid the enemies as usual. This place certainly has a variety of appearances. We went from a mountain-like area to a grassland-type area. Let's see here. If I'm not mistaken, this room has that thing. You can actually jump in there. I'm not sure if there's any point to it. I really don't think there is. It's like, if I remember right, it's just a tunnel leading back to the Wine River. So you can, like, do the minigame again if you really want to. You gotta time this right so you don't run into the enemies or do something dumb like that. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we got through that area, and we're here, somehow. Yeah. So, this is the Donut Bridge, and these are the classic Mario donut blocks. You can jump across them while being shot at by bullet bills. I'm not interested. Yeah, I might be chicken, but that doesn't mean I'm not smart. Oh, I thought you would actually have to platform, so maybe I will do this after all. Let's go crazy with it. Oh no, you have to actually platform. But at least you can get back up here and try again. With, like, no penalty except for another 5 coins. Alright, now I've actually tried it. I need to beat it. You're not so tough. Oh no, I'm not gonna go double or nothing. Oh, you get frog coins for it though. So, you want to farm frog coins? Go for it. Monstown? Fine, Monstown. The localization went with Monstrotown. Okay. Well, you know, I might as well go as far as the next boss. I guess I could do that. But this is another section that can be very annoying. So if I'm not mistaken, you have to fight this enemy, but you can also bounce on his head for money. I remember there being a really easy way to take them out, but I will boost Mario. And, was it Thunder you're supposed to use? Oh, that was pretty decent. But I'm pretty sure their weakness is fire. No, I know what their weakness is now. It's ice. It was the last element I was thinking of. I don't have any ice moves at all. I guess we better stick to physical moves, although those are probably, like... not gonna be all that good. Okay, here's the Parashell. It's from a paratrooper, and it does a pretty good amount of damage when you're boosted. Let's stick to that for now. Much easier to get the timing for, and you don't have to deal with the Fickle Hammer and its fickleness. Wow, what was that just now? There was a weird thing on the screen. Level 10! Super Fire. Now we have an upgrade to Fire Orb, which has been pretty much not that useful, except for, like, the Croco fight. Oh, boy. What are these guys called? Because I want to know. Bezos. So the remake changed their names back to Bezo. They used to be called Shy-Aways in reference to Shy Guys, because they do kind of look like Shy Guys. So you gotta fall into the whirlpool that had the little ant popping up and down. Also, there's a hidden treasure chest somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Time to take these guys out again. Because I did say this area could drag on, didn't I? Yeah, I should probably put Bowser back in the party. Tough timing on that move. Alright, I got a revive drink as a drop, so might as well. Oh yeah, the Geno Wave boosts are actually the same as the boost from those flowers. I can boost myself now. Might as well get some flower points back. Freebie? No. Oh, I just remembered something interesting to save us from the awkward silence. In the localization, these guys are called Shoguns, and I really don't know why. They're ant warriors. Pretty clearly. Don't know what ants are doing in the sands, but okay. Also, this can get really annoying. The whirlpool actually, like, runs away from you. Oh, and this one will actually, like, hop between the two whirlpools. Let's do it again! I must not know the timing for that move. I'm not sure if it's an emulator problem, but I am seeing a few weird, little graphical hiccups in this part of the game. And he's gone. Just 2 hits from my boosted party members and they go down. Very nice. I don't think you can block that move, actually. Doesn't seem like it. Because normally the animation would give some sort of indication that you had either failed the block or it was unblockable. Okay. if there's a save point here, then I'm going to... Well, I know what's past here. I don't know. It doesn't really look like the edge of the world. It looks like a giant cliff that we can climb. If we had some ability to, like, mountain climb in this game, but we don't. I think that was, I think we just need to fight one more group of ant warriors. This has honestly gotten very repetitive, because it's the same group of 3 enemies. I'm dealing with them in exactly the same way. For whatever reason, I'm not swapping Bowser back into the party because I want a healer. But it would probably just be a lot easier to use Bowser. I wonder if you can hit these guys with sleep status. You know what? I'm not reviving you. I'm gonna take these guys out normally. Sure hope there's a save point after this, because that's where I'm stopping for sure. Please finish him. There we go. And they just get right back up with 1 HP. Alright, Bowser got his poison move. So poison's going to be very nice in a couple of fights. Not sure if we'll get to it today. In fact, we're probably not getting to it today. Please tell me that's the last one that I had to do. Yes, we're underground, and there's the save point. So that's going to be it for today's episode. Next time we will finish up this section of the game. And we might be on our way to the 6th star, but as I mentioned, this part of the game might drag on just a little bit longer than you're comfortable with. So we're going to stop here. And next time, we will explore the underground. See you next time, everyone.